Are you ready to face your darkest fears head-on? Life has a way of throwing challenges and setbacks that seem impossible to overcome. The devil in the story is not always a literal force, but the embodiment of doubt, fear, and adversity standing between you and your success. To conquer them, you must look that devil straight in the eyes without flinching, without hesitation, without backing down. It's easier said than done because those devils live inside us, in the quiet voices that tell us we're not good enough or that failure is final. But the moment you stare back with unwavering resolve is the moment you begin to rewrite your story and reclaim your power. Every journey worth taking will demand courage, and often that courage is found only in the willingness to confront what scares us most. When you make that stand, you start to chip away at the walls that fear builds around you. This act is not just defiance. It is a declaration that your potential is larger than any obstacle. That first glance is the spark of a revolution within yourself. When you lock eyes with your devil, you are showing it that you are stronger than the obstacles it represents. Fear thrives on avoidance and silence, but when you confront it directly, you break its power over you. This courage ignites a fire within, reminding you that you are the author of your story, not a victim of circumstances. It is in that moment of confrontation that you reclaim control and reshape your destiny. You might feel your heart pounding, your hands trembling, and the urge to turn away swelling inside you. Yet, in choosing to hold that gaze, you prove to yourself that your spirit is bigger than your fears, that your dreams deserve one more fight, one more step forward, no matter how heavy the weight feels on your shoulders. It's natural to feel vulnerable because every real fight touches places deep inside. But when you face your inner struggles, you reshape who you are, turning scars into marks of courage. That moment when your eyes don't waver becomes a testament to your strength and your refusal to be defined by pain. Looking the devil in the eyes means embracing your truth no matter how uncomfortable or painful. It means acknowledging where you are weak and vulnerable while resolving that these cannot define you. Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt becomes a lesson rather than a life sentence. You transform pain into power simply by refusing to look away from it, insisting on growth instead of resignation. There will be nights filled with tears, moments when giving up whispers seductively in your ear. But those moments don't have the last word. You do. And each time you dare to face your pain head-on, you pave a path toward healing and unshakable strength. Being honest with yourself is one of the bravest acts. It opens windows you never knew existed inside your soul. The reality is nobody is perfect or invincible, but your willingness to face your flaws bravely is what leads to real transformation. Every time you stare down your weaknesses, you build a foundation for lasting self-respect and hope. The devil's stare may try to intimidate you with whispers of "you can't," "you shouldn't," or "this is too hard." But your unwavering gaze says, "Watch me." It says, "I am here to endure, to learn, and to rise." With every stare you return, you build resilience, and armor invisible but impenetrable that prepares you to face future battles with even greater confidence and strength. Remember, resilience is not something you're born with. It's forged by facing those dark moments and refusing to be broken by them. So, even when your legs feel weak or your spirit feels weary, your defiance in that moment is what transforms you, piece by piece, into someone unstoppable. Each step forward through the storm, no matter how small, fuels a fire that fear cannot extinguish. Resilience is your proof that pain can be endured and joy can be reclaimed. When the world presses in, holding your ground becomes an act of kindness to your future self. This is the quiet power that grows in the trenches of hardship. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to face it bravely. Not once, but repeatedly. Every time you face your devil, you remind yourself that no shadow can dim your light unless you allow it. Your eyes locked on that challenge mean you have chosen hope, determination, and action over despair and retreat. That defiance is where real transformation begins. You might not always feel strong, you might stumble, but courage is in rising after the fall, in confronting the next day with the same fierce heart. And that heart beating inside you, even when battered, is the truest source of your power. Courage is a muscle, one that grows stronger each time you refuse to hide or turn away. When you choose courage, you invite life to meet you fully, in all its beauty and pain. It's the light in the darkest room, the whisper of strength when silence seems unbearable. No one will fight your battles for you the way you can. When the world feels heavy and the voices around you grow faint, you are the one who must stand tall and firm. That truth may seem isolating, but it is also incredibly empowering. Inside you lives a well of strength that no one else can tap into or claim as their own. When you learn to be strong for yourself, you create a self-sustaining source of courage that cannot be taken away. You become your own greatest ally, the one who carries you through storms, and the voice that reminds you, "I am enough." It's easy to seek comfort in others, to look for someone to lean on, but real resilience grows when you don't depend on someone else to hold your hand. Being strong for yourself means waking up each day and choosing yourself even when it feels lonely. It's recognizing that your pain and your triumphs are yours and yours alone to embrace and own. This is the foundation of unshakable confidence. It is self-love in action. When you stand firm in this truth, your spirit becomes unbreakable, your path clearer. And in that powerful solitude, you discover the fierce, unwavering warrior inside you. Being strong for yourself means honoring your own worth even when others doubt it. It means forgiving your mistakes and letting go of shame, understanding that growth comes from persistence, not perfection. You don't need anyone else's approval to celebrate your victories or to keep pushing forward. In fact, relying solely on external validation sets a fragile foundation. True strength is built when you trust yourself, your instincts, your judgment, your resilience. When you stand firm in that trust, you create a foundation so solid that no adversity can shake it. You learn to listen deeply to your own needs, desires, and dreams, even when the noise from others grows loud and critical. This inner conviction shields you from the toxic voices that seek to derail your progress or dim your light. The more you practice believing in yourself, the louder your confidence becomes. It inspires a quiet revolution inside you that no circumstance can silence. That trust doesn't just protect you, it propels you forward with an energy that is uniquely your own. It is the source of peace in chaos, of hope in despair, and the light you carry through the darkest nights. Remember that self-strength is an act of love and survival. Life's challenges may try to strip away your confidence, but building yourself up again is a revolutionary act. By being strong for yourself, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated with respect, kindness, and dignity. You teach not only yourself but also those around you that your existence matters. When all else fades away, when every external support disappears, you can still rely on one constant, yourself. That unbreakable bond is the ultimate power and the clearest path to freedom. Holding on to that truth is what keeps you steady when the storms rage, when hope feels distant and the weight unbearable. It reminds you that you are your own greatest gift and your own fiercest protector. Every kind word you speak to yourself rebuilds the bridges that hardship may have burned. Every act of courage, no matter how small, is proof that you refuse to be defeated. In being strong for yourself, you cultivate a legacy of empowerment that echoes far beyond your own journey. It is the deepest form of self-care and the bravest act you can commit to your soul. So stand tall and meet your devil with determination. Let your gaze be fierce, bold, and unapologetic, because in that very moment, looking that devil straight in the eyes, you become unstoppable. You become the hero of your own story, ready to conquer every challenge, seize every opportunity, and claim the life you were meant to live. This is not just about winning a single battle. It is about living each day with bravery that inspires others to face their own devils. Your courage lights a path for those still searching, proving that with the right gaze, any darkness can be overcome. Every time you choose to face your troubles directly, you show the world and yourself that you will never settle for less than your true potential. Let your eyes speak of unyielding strength, and let your story be the one that others turn to when they need their own courage ignited. All right, family, here's the real talk. God didn't bring you this far just to leave you hanging. When you look that devil straight in the eyes, remember you're standing with the King of Kings backing you up, so there's no fear that can hold you down. If this message hit home, don't just keep that fire to yourself. Hit that subscribe button, join this amazing tribe, and come back for more strength, hope, and straight-up truth. We're building a community here where faith meets real talk, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. So, lock eyes with your challenges, stand firm in His promises, and let's keep walking this victorious journey together. Stay blessed, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment letting me know how you're facing your devils today.